Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Red7. How you doing? Today we are going over JimiHendrixFan. That's right. He's a big fan of the Rolling Stones. No, he's a big fan of Jimi Hendrix, obviously. We grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. I'm feeling kind of feisty today. We were talking about the SBC debacle and all that stuff, and I'm just rolling my eyes at Scopely these days and all their mistakes. Team number 1. This is the Young Avengers right here, and I really like the Young Avengers on defense. I'm starting to like them more on offense. I'm starting to regret not building this team in the first place. They're actually pretty good. Caught me off guard because it's a war defense team, and war defense teams traditionally aren't all that great. They usually have little value elsewhere, but this team works. It works. So go ahead and build them. They're used in the Scourge and all that stuff. Everything here is great. I would like to see Squirrel Girl as a striker, and I'd like to get Miss Marvel out of the corner. That's a big no-no. This team gets a B-. Moving on, team number 2. Heroes for hire. This is great. You could change Iron Fist to a skirmisher if you want, but it's not really necessary. There's plenty of counters to take care of this. As long as Luke Cage is not in the corner, I'll give you an A for that. Moving on, team number 3. Surfer Mercs with Deathpool. This is a great way to switch this team up. The problem I see with this is that your Merc Riot Guard is too small to hang with these numbers. Merc Lieutenant might be a little small too, actually. I think you should change Merc Riot Guard, who, by the way, has adjacent tendencies and should never be on the outside. You should swap him out with Korath the Pursuer, and it doesn't matter how big your Korath the Pursuer is. Korath just goes fast. He takes a turn and calls in an assist from Taskmaster, who is a skirmisher and will place a vulnerable. I think you should make Korath the Pursuer a skirmisher also, so that it leaves vulnerables on the field for your Surfer to double tap into, for your Deathpool to double tap into. However, the best thing to do would be to change Surfer to a Raider. I love Surfer as a Raider on defense. On offense, make him a striker so you can control it. But I just find that on defense, he's not hitting the vulnerable. You know, he's got a 1 in 5 chance. If there's one vulnerable on the field, it's a 20% chance he's going to hit it. So instead, make him a Raider so he crit damages on that opening maneuver and puts vulnerables on the field for other people to go into. And I'm liking Taskmaster more and more as a striker or plug and play value rather than his Merc team. His Merc team's just getting countered. It's just old news. It needs to be revitalized, and that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So for me, this is a huge waste of your Merc Riot Guard. He should be in the middle someplace. Better yet, let's replace him. We could definitely change this one ISO to striker and have him copying and clearing off of his basic, as long as you have somebody like Surfer as a Raider putting out lots of vulnerables. Not sure if this is worth the investment to switch over. I would switch over Surfer, but the rest of them, I don't know, man. Probably just swap in Korath as a skirmisher. Doesn't matter what power level. I'm gonna give that team a C+. I'm not really liking it. All right, Darkhold. All right, here we go. Darkhold in your front 4. We should move this team to the back. It's one of those that you need to plan ahead for. It's a big defense that people have to worry about. One thing I don't like is I don't like Agatha next to MLF, although I would say that in Arena, I'm finding that having Agatha in between Wong and MLF, or Wong and somebody, is actually very convenient for the way that I go into the team with my Darkhold and Emma. There's also the MLF, Emma, Agatha, and Eternals, which is a very popular offensive arena team that can also go in here on war and do some pretty good damage too. So this might actually be okay that you have her next to MLF, but personally I do like Agatha in between Wong and somebody else in arena, or on the outside next to Wong in war defense. That way Wong is getting called for the assist, and he is clearing the negative effects. I think his basic assist is the best one to be called out. So placement change for me, definitely change Agatha to a skirmisher. You want her focus up so she will stun people with her second move and do all the things that she needs to do. Raider here is great. Striker here is great. Skirmisher is fine. I think she's better as a Raider personally. I'm not even using her. I just throw Emma on there, or use a completely different team with just MLF and Agatha, but that's for offense. It's a tough defense. I would suggest actually taking Scarlet Witch out of here and putting Emma on here. It's going to reduce the amount of things that can come into the team, but definitely change that ISO. And let's swap Wong with MLF for the placement. I'm going to give you a B for that. Team number 5 is the Black Order. Let's see, striker, raider, skirmisher, healer. Okay, I hate these ISOs. I'm okay with Cull Obsidian and Thanos, and I guess Proxima Midnight, but you should definitely change Corvus to a striker so you get the striker skirmisher combo off of those two. And I think that you should change Ebony Maw to a skirmisher level 1.5 or higher. This healer does almost nothing. It does almost nothing. Basically, it's there to put an extra positive effect above Cull Obsidian's head, so when people are trying to clear the taunt, it's that much trickier to get through. It's not worth it. He doesn't have any healing in his kit. It's health steal. So change that to a skirmisher. Probably want to change that to a striker, and then I don't care about the rest. Placement's fine. No, placement's not fine. Let's put Thanos next to Cull Obsidian. That way, if you do a mirror match, you're triggering the retaliatory attacks. So yeah, lots of things going wrong with that. I'm not liking it. I'm going to give it a C. Team number 6 is the Symbiotes. Striker, skirmisher, raider, striker. I'd like Scream as a skirmisher. Yeah, I'd like Scream as a skirmisher. But other than that, it's good. It's good. I'll go A-. Not too bad. Team number 7 is the Web Warriors with Doc Ock. That's something to do. Depending on where you want to use your Doc Ock or where your Punk Spider is, you know, there's some different things that can happen here. Also, let's go ahead and swap places with, let's do a big placement swap. Let's go Scarlet Spider, Doc Ock, then Miles, and then OG and Ghost. Yeah, I think I'd like that better. Get Miles in the middle, splitting the team into 2 parts. I think that's probably the way to go. You could also put Doc Ock next to Ghost instead, giving her the deflex, making it harder to land an ability block on her. So it kind of depends on how you want to go. Yeah, that might be the better way to go. Is go Ghost, Doc Ock, Miles, OG Spider-Man, Scarlet. That'd probably be better. But anyway, your ISOs are good. So we just need a placement swap on this. Personally, I think you should probably just run Punk Spider in here. You could use SSM, but we're going to see in your next team you already have the symbiotes. Or sorry, your symbiotes are already here. So I think just run Punk Spider in here is probably better. And you can make better use out of Doc Ock. All right, so team number 7 for me is a B+. I'd like a drastic placement change. Team number 8 is New Warriors with the Inhumans. This is an interesting mix. I see the value in this, but at the same time, it's pretty easy to come in here. You're going to treat this like any New Warrior team. You're going to ability block Cloak, kill Dagger, maybe not in that order, and the team's pretty much going to fall apart. So I would like to see you either replace one of those Inhumans with somebody like a Drax or a Red Guardian so that it makes it tougher to get in there and get after those New Warriors and give them a chance to pop off. So yeah, otherwise, let's see. ISOs are great. You went Raider on her. That's fine. A lot of people like that extra crit damage on her big AoE. Something else you could do is maybe put in Shuri in here and hope that energy goes to her so she opens up her AoE like that. Like, you could replace Black Bolt and Yo-Yo with Doom and Shuri. And then if she gets the energy, she ults on turn 1. If Doom gets the energy, he goes into his time platform on turn 1. And you have lots of targets that need to be stopped and ability blocked, and you're going to get that defense up and stuff on that. Could be a much stronger team. Crystal's fun. She gives them a cleanse and a heal and stuff like that. But she's also a replaceable character. So there's a bunch of different options you could do with this. I think that this is a good team, but it's not a great team. And I think it's easily beatable. And you could make like 2 defenses out of it instead of just this one more easily beatable team. So the ISOs are fine. The placement is okay. You do need to move Dagger into the middle somewhere. She gives offense up to adjacent characters. So move her off the corner for me. I'm going to go B- for that one. Let's get a better placement, maybe use some better characters. Team number 9 is Doom with Axemen. I don't like Doom on the Axemen. I think it's a total waste. I think whatever you're going to use to beat the Axemen will probably beat it with Doom. I think you can come in here with like a Kestrel, Surfer, Zemo or something, and then 2 trash characters and probably blow this team up. You know, strip the taunt, ability block, just go to town on Jubilee or something like that, or whatever. I'm not excited about this. I think you could build a better team by taking Doom and putting him elsewhere and just running the full Axeman. For me, I think is a better use of your materials and stuff. So let's split that up. For me, that's a B. I'm not too happy about that. Team number 10 is the SA with Hulk. Hulk's got 7 red stars and you wanted to use him here. I like Captain America better here. Like, I like doing Captain America and Doc Ock in place of Kestrel and Fury on this team. And I think that makes for a really good timeout team that's just kind of frustrating and you really have to hit it hard to make it go away. Hulk's not a terrible pick. He's going to do a taunt and do something similar to what Captain America does, but Captain America blocks a lot more, which triggers some of the passive stuff off of Maria Hill, so it's probably a better choice there. Remember, red stars don't make a bad character good, they make a bad character bigger. Hulk is actually really good at big levels, though, so you may consider pulling him off of this team and creating a Wave 1 Avenger team, if depending on the rest of your power levels. But honestly, it's okay. This is a place to put him. If you just have Hulk invested in, this is fine. You do have him as a healer. That's correct. We got Skirmisher, Striker, healer on that. So you have one person putting out vulnerables and 2 people soaking up those vulnerables. And honestly, there's a combo going on with Carter and Sam. So you're not even doing that well. You might consider... man... You could switch Kestrel over to a Raider. She does great as a Raider. When that ult crits, it kills. So you might do that to get some more vulnerables on the field for Carter to work off of. That turn meter rewind on her basic assist is amazing. So there's some ideas for you. Nothing super wrong here, but I do think there could be some changes to improve this. So I'm going to give you a B+ for that team. All right, this has been JimiHendrixFan's Defense Up. Remember, I'm no longer accepting roster picks right now. The list just got too long and we're trying to get caught up. Hopefully we can get caught up soon, but probably not the way I do things. So remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.